this up. I guess we could do a new thingy. Because I actually want to get back to coding. I was spending most of my day today dealing with the trademark shit and talking to my lawyer. So I didn't get much coding done. And quite frankly, I really want to just start working on my effing video game because all of my problems are sourced from one simple problem. The fact that I don't have my second game out because it's just taking like a million fucking years for me to put something out there. So my attention being split between learning Unreal and dealing with the trademark shit is really causing a lot of problems. So I'm actually going to be changing things up a bit. I'm just going to simply watch the rest of the last 25% of this Unreal programming course and then basically go through, maybe in a similar fashion, the blueprint course for multiplayer Unreal Engine, because that's really the one I want to use, because the Battle Royale mod that I was showing everyone, that thing's all in blueprints, and from the way it looks, I actually want to do blueprints and not actual C++ coding, because not only is C++ completely fucking confusing and you have to remember all these stupid little rules, the blueprints take care of all that for you. All you have to do is just click and drag and drop, and you can focus a lot more on creativity and visual creation, which is what I want to do, because I'm a freaking artist. I'm not, I mean, I'm still willing to do coding where I need to, but it's much easier and faster to just simply design the whole damn thing. So hopefully, I do that, I think I can start start working on the game and maybe get something out by mid-October. But again, it looks like I'll have like a prototype by November. It's going to be really bad, but at least I'll have something out there, because I really need something out there. So anyway, since I want to get back to work, I haven't really had much chance to really look over what's going on with crypto and shit. Oh, especially because of the Pancake swap shit. I went over this today in Bitcoin Clown World, but this could very well be the beginning of the end for Pancake swap, and I'm kind of really pissed about what they're fucking doing. Now, from the way it looks, I think I understand why they're doing it, but again, I've seen this same song and dance over many, many years, and it's just so frustrating to see this shit happen time and again. And if I wasn't working on my video games, I would be creating a DeFi platform. Maybe if this whole video game shit doesn't work out, I'd go back into just doing more crypto shit. Especially now because on Fiverr, there's tons of people now offering a relatively affordable Pancake swap forks. So I could create my own Pancake swap, because that's what I wanted to do. Oh, alright, so markets are kind of flat. So this is actually better than this morning when everybody was scared to death because of like the Taliban and shit. So, I mean, I wasn't worried, but I was like, yeah, okay, so this is going to drag on the markets for a bit. Yeah, Bitcoin's down a bit too. So pretty much the Taliban shit's scaring a lot of people, but I'm okay with that, because anything that humiliates the, I want to be a little careful. The pieces of shit that screwed us all over in 2020, the better it is for us. That'd be awesome if you made your own Pancake swap, call it Waffle Swap. Yeah, believe it or not, I would. But I would actually call it under my flagship intellectual property, Dragonflare Studios. After all the dumb shit that I went through just to get that stupid fucking name up and running, I'm going to just keep building on that, So, yeah, but I don't know. Waffle swap would be pretty fun, because I do say boomer waffle once in a while. Dragon swap with the dragon token. Yeah, something like that. But, I mean, for now, I just want to concentrate on my games, because right now my attention's just split too many ways. Plus my money, too. Don't forget about the money. So, which, ironically enough, despite the stupid bullshit, and we'll talk about this more, just in case no one watched the video from this morning, we'll talk more about Pancake Swap and how they're fucking people over with this so-called democracy. Let's vote on reducing people's rewards shit. It's like the effing gayest thing in the world. I'm gonna afford myself one G word for a while, because that's really what it is. It's like, just put a sign on the front of your webpage that just says scam, right? But again, I just can't be doing this, man. Where like Every single time there's a fucking problem, I gotta do it myself, and then you'll have stability. But I mean, stability is only 50% of the equation. The other 50% is maintaining and upgrading and updating the software or your product in this case, right? You know, whether it's Burger King creating new burgers or video games creating out new content and DLCs to cryptocurrencies where you're upgrading the code and shit. I just don't have the manpower for it. Funny enough, I have the resources, but I don't have the manpower. So, but again, it's not all bad for Pancake Swap, but it's a big red flag. Oh, and not surprisingly, Pancake Swap, despite all their stupid asshole attempts, oh, it still dropped from 22 bucks to 21.30, which again proves that it doesn't matter. Like they have a good thing going and they're fucking it up, and that's what really just makes me so mad about it. But again, let's talk about that in a sec. So Riot's flat, which makes sense. Dollar is up a little bit. And I know bonds were crazy today. Like everyone was so scared. Okay, so the bond yields came up a little bit, but still got bought up a bit. So people are actually figuring out that the Taliban thing really isn't that big of a deal. It's just more bullshit. Biden says Afghanistan war was a lost cause, vows to continue aid and diplomacy. Okay. Biden addresses the crisis in Afghanistan after Taliban take Kabul. Okay, so this is good. So Joe Biden's like, yeah, we don't really care, whatever. I want to go back to watching my serials back at the White House. Which is fine, because as fun as it is to make fun of Joe Biden, I actually don't want him to, I've always been consistent on this. I do not want Joe Biden to resign or get impeached, because then we're going to get someone a lot worse. You know, obviously I would prefer, like, someone else, but I don't have that option, and neither do you. So the best of the worst options is, you know, we gotta leave Joe Biden in there. Because as long as Joe Biden's in the Oval Office, Kamala Harris is not technically president. And trust me, you don't want that. You really don't want that. And yeah, the Taliban are kind of crazy, man. Like, I was reading a Guardian article. I didn't retweet it. I kind of wanted to, but basically what happened was there was this Afghanistan woman who fears being raped and killed by the Taliban, and she thinks it's actually real because, and the Guardian reporter that interviewed her said that her brother was injured in fighting against the Taliban, and he told her that the Taliban captured 2 women and beheaded them because they were police women 4 years ago. So the Taliban are like, it's like, I didn't tweet this out, but I put it on my Gab. I basically said that, you know, in America, we're basically going to need to become a Christian dictatorship, right? For dispense with the whole freedom bullshit, because that's all a lie. Because when you have freedom, you get exactly what Pancake Swap's doing. You get exactly what the American government is doing. You pretty much get what we see now in the entire world, right? So, you know, let the Muslims have, like, the Middle East and Afghanistan and whatever, and then we have Europe and America as Christian dictatorships, and then I guess Jews have Israel and, I mean, I don't know, what else would they, well, I guess wherever else they might want to be in. And everybody will be happy, right? And then, but it just like hurts my brain a little bit just thinking about these things. Alright. So, but I mean, again, that's just my opinion. Obviously, for everyone's sake, let's just hope that I'm wrong about that, because I happen to like freedom, but I just think it's just not feasible at this time. Crypto developer will lead towards decentralized social media initiative. What? Decentralized social media. Oh, okay. Well, that's good, because I think Jack Dorsey is serious about creating a decentralized social media, but I mean, again, I just don't think that's just gonna work. Because, alright, well, let's just get in, well, before we get into the Pancake Swap and the DeFi shit and all the things that's actually kind of making me mad, well, actually, I'm going all over the place. But I mean, see, on the one hand, DeFi is still important because that gives us a much better chance at actual real freedom, because you can't have any one asshole or group of assholes to monopolize everything. So, But on the other hand, it still happens. Sorry, so Bitcoin's under 46K. So this kind of sucks. I kind of am hoping it's not going to drop this week, though. So Cardano's down a bit. I mean, the thing is, I think the Taliban stuff really has people like really kind of worried, and then things were going way up way too fast. So a slight pullback is kind of unfortunately in order here. Yeah, VeChain's down to 12.84 cents from 14. Filecoin still doing all right. Oh, Solana's doing well. And Pancake swaps from 22 to 21.34, so still way up above. And Shiba Inu is doing really well. So I'm actually back in VeChain a little bit and Cardano. No, because now I want to spread out a little because I really want all these coins. The only thing I don't have left is Dogcoin. But I figure because I already own so many Shiba Inu coins, I probably don't need Dogcoin, even though I know it could easily go back to 74 cents and then back higher. But again, that's not going to happen until Bitcoin reaches pretty close to 64,500, like its original high, and then breaking all-time new highs. So, because I've already bitched about this enough, so basically what happened with fucking asshole Pancake Swap is they're trying to actually reduce something called their emissions, which is basically their dumb word for inflation, like creating pancake coins out of thin air. So what they're doing is they're reducing the APRs of the farms, which is the liquidity pools over here, and basically what happens is they drastically reduce the APR. You and I don't really get a vote, even though they said you can vote. And then the value of the coin goes down, like tanks, because the APR has gone down. Like Hotbit token, I think I dumped all my Hotbit token BNB pool coins today. Hotbit price. Now, thankfully, it didn't tank too much, but yeah, it's down 13%. So it's going to go down below 4 cents. So, and they have a whole list of coins that they're going to screw over, right, which is over here. So these get discontinued, and then these have their weights lowered, where basically the APR goes down. And then for some reason, they consider a bunch of decent projects like inefficient, especially Hotbit BNB. Not only because I was in it, but because it's a legit project. So what the hell? And then this other project I never heard of called ITAM goes up. It's like, this is just more manipulation. And I'm just so fucking pissed. And then they're going to do a second round of this dumb bullshit Wednesday or Thursday. So where does it end, right? And what's to stop them from keep doing more of this? Because for what I've seen on the replies and Reddit, because I spent quite a few hours today wasting my time with this shit too, it seems like a lot of people on Reddit were complaining that there was too much inflation in Pancake Swap, so they were nagging to death the Pancake devs to do something about it. And this is what we get. It's like, people are so fucking stupid. So now what's happening is basically Pancake Swap doesn't see that by destroying at random, essentially, all of these high APR farms, they destroy the reason why we're on Pancake Swap in the first place. It's a negative feedback loop. And they don't think there's a problem because they're still pretty high up there in the food chain, right? But mark my words, it's going to keep getting worse, especially if they keep doing this. Because look, they already destroyed all these coins and reduced the emissions, and the prices still get back down to what it should be. So it doesn't matter. So all they're doing is just fucking people over. Now, I still got out with a profit, but I'm still upset because I still tell people the coins I'm in, but they don't always, hear the message early in time. So, by the time they listen to it, it's like, oh shit, I lost my money. And I don't like that. But unfortunately, there's not much I can do because I'm not in control of any of this shit. So right now I'm in pots. I put all my Hotbit money into pots, BUSD, and I still have my chess coin USDC over here. So the APRs are still fine. Now the problem is I'm still trying to figure out who gets selected, because So I'm kind of hoping, but Moon Pots has gone up like way too much too fast. I don't even know why it's going up so much. I know the supply is extremely limited. So Moon Pots token price. So I need to sneeze. Ugh, excuse me. Yeah, this thing was at like, what was it, $10? Oh, yeah, $10.24 this morning, and now it's back down at 9.38. But quite frankly, this thing has gone way up, way too fast. I basically got in what was like $6 a piece. Now I basically like what 50% of my money or something. So I actually made a lot of good money off of Moonpot. So I can definitely pick the right coins. And yeah, look, Bitcoin's coming back up too. But I mean, what's to prevent the next vote from these assholes at Pancake Swap to suddenly decide, you know what? Let's cut the multiplier on pots to just 0.1 and fuck up the price. Let's do the same thing to chess coin. Let's do the same thing to all these other coins. And what they're basically doing is they're cannibalizing other projects to try to pump up the price of Pancake Swap, and that is just like these pieces of shit, these evil fucking retarded pieces of shit. They piss me off so much. Like after all this time, it'd be like people still, and these guys have 1 million followers on Twitter. They have a market cap listing of what, $1 gazillion on CoinMarketCap. And they still make the same dumb mistakes that I saw all the way back in 2017 and even before that in like all these other shit coins, like 808 coin and whatever. It's just like, I thought you were above this, right? And you're just cheating a lot of people out of their money. So, I mean, you can dig into these replies, but you'll see people say, you made me lose money. The problem is, other people, they're outnumbered by all the people who do want to remove and cannibalize the APR to pump up the price of cake. It's so short-sighted. And again, it's another reason why I don't like democracy, because that's exactly what happens. Tyranny of the fucking majority. And yeah, I unfollowed them because fuck these F words, man. So unfortunately, we don't have a choice. Like, I can't find an alternative, so for now I'm still stuck in Pancake Swap, but the moment I see a good opportunity for us, I am bailing on fucking asshole Pancake Swap. Fuck this coin. Fuck these developers and fuck these scamming F words. I really wish we had free speech. I could really say what I... So I could say the insulting words I really would like to say. So between the trademark dumb shit and this shit today, I'm just like kind of like in a somewhat angry mood. But I'm trying to calm down a little bit. I'm trying to ask Jesus to just show me which is not going too well. But I mean, I think I have some good insights. And I'm actually looking up a lot the whole Burger King in Australia and Hungry Jack's trademark dispute thing too. So if you don't know, Burger King actually cannot call themselves Burger King in Australia because a trademark already exists for Burger King in Australia. And trademarks are territorial. So Burger King here in America does not have rights to Burger King in Australia. So they basically created Hungry Jack's as the brand name. And for some hilarious reason, when the Burger King Australia trademark expired, the Burger King in America started opening up actual Burger Kings in Australia, competing against their own Hungry Jack's trademark, which was created by a Canadian who was a franchisee of Burger King America and created Hungry Jack's in 1971. It was like some really convoluted thing. And then, hilariously, the Australian Supreme Court, like their equivalent of the actual Supreme Court, ruled in favor of the Australian guy who founded Hungry Jack's and gave him both Hungry Jack's and the Burger King trademark in Australia. But they decided to keep Hungry Jack's decided to just keep the Hungry Jack's trademark because everyone in Australia doesn't think Burger King, they think Hungry Jack's because of, goodwill and stuff. So maybe there's a lesson in that. So it's like, man, it's so convoluted. And then there's another game on Steam called Elder Souls. They're obviously trying to trade off of the trademark of Dark Souls, and this game's even somewhat similar. It's just a 2D version of Dark Souls with the epic sounding music and hard boss fights. Yeah, and they even trademarked Elder Souls in the EU and the United Kingdom in 2019, and it seems like either From Software, the guys who make Dark Souls, didn't bother enforcing the trademark, or they just didn't care. Or they tried and then they failed. But I think it's more like they didn't care because they already have trademarks established for Dark Souls way before these guys, so I guess they just don't care. I don't know. But either way, I don't know what the point. I don't know. I went all over the place, but basically, now we have to file Pancake swap. We have to keep an eye on this, and then they said the next vote's happening this coming Wednesday and Thursday, so we'll see what the next vote is, and we have to. And then basically, I just have to see if Chess Coin and Moonpots is going to be on this, hit list, so to speak. Because I thought maybe if they did like a high liquidity value pool that it would be immune, but one of the replies actually said AMPL, BUSD liquidity pool, had $7 million worth of liquidity, and they still decided to drop the APR on that by 90%. It's like, what a fucking scam. What a scummy little F word scam. So I'm just mad because they have such a great thing going, and they're just being such short sight. This is why I don't like. This is the one problem with fucking liberals. They always fucking cave to the mob, and we get dumb gay shit like what's happening here. They're like, oh, the price of the pancake swap going down. Fucking do something. Oh, my penis is shriveling right now. And then pancake swap does yeah, okay. And then it just screws it up for the rest of us. I'm just so effing mad. Just so mad. So mauled, in fact. Oh, but what are you gonna really do, right? So for now, we could still enjoy our high APRs, but we gotta watch this shit like a hawk, and then look. I mean, obviously, I'll try to look out for any next APR reductions, because first of all, this is not gonna work. These APR reductions, they think it's going to work, but it's not. First of all, they would have to kill the APR of just about everything in order to get this emission block number, which is basically minting 17 pancake coins per block, and reduce it down to 2. So I don't know. Oh yeah, you're also seeing stuff like this too. Yeah. So I'm not really sure what the media is doing right now. They seem to be split between attacking Joe Biden and then getting people to recommit to Afghanistan, but that's just not going to happen because none of us want to do it. Because a lot of us are really like, what the fuck? Alright. Oh yeah, before we start, I should probably get some kind of thing. So this week, I'm going to try to basically cram through the last of this C++ multiplayer course, and then move on to the blueprint course, and then hopefully I can start working on the game first week of September. Oh hey, you're new here. Also, I can't see that picture. It's just a broken picture, but welcome, man. What kind of picture do I want for something like this? I don't even know. I mean, the problem is I'm just more really irritated right now, if you couldn't tell. Well, actually, you could tell. So I don't really know what to... I mean, none of these pictures kind of match what I want, so I guess we're just going to do something generic like this market analysis picture. Let me put this in paintbrush. Alright, there we go. And let's just see what Greg has to say. He should be mentioning something similar about the fear. And that's the thing too, Afghanistan, I don't know how much oil is produced there, if at all, so I don't know if that might be part of the propping up of crude oil as well. Does something just feel wrong, like something big is about to happen? Yeah, maybe, I think so. I don't know, maybe the collapse of the American regime.
It is me, Greg Manarino. This is my post-market wrap-up on this freak show of a Monday here, August 16, 2021. I'm talking about a freak show of epic proportions. I mean, epic proportions. So let's talk about this just real quick. Sometimes I really do surprise myself. This happens to be one of those days. Friday, just this past Friday, I said to you, I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say that the market's going to hit new record highs early in the week. This week, well, guess what? We did. Today already, after probably the worst piece of economic news that we could possibly have gotten with factory activity cratering, manufacturing. I mean, it's just over here. Our trade deficit hyper ballooning. We're not making things. We're not exporting things. We're importing everything. But this people, the paradox. Sincerely, the worse the economic news is, the higher the stock market's going to go. Henceforth, why? Dow Jones Industrial Average today, new record high after being down about 280 points earlier in the day. Yeah, that's true. The Dow Jones Industrial Average was cratering earlier. Well, I'm not going to say cratering, but it was down substantially earlier. Well, we reversed all that and finished triple digits to the good. S&P 500, I mean, same thing. This entire market started in the negative. Which I was really surprised at. I'll be honest with you. We know crude oil is playing into this, absolutely. The energy sector did lousy today. The financial sector did lousy today on the back of crude oil, now about $68 a barrel. It's still not so bad. The market wants it higher, though. But generally, when we get bad economic news, stock futures turn right around, but not today. Today, most of the day, the market was lower. I didn't think we were going to hit a new record high today. I was like, okay, maybe tomorrow, but bam, here we go. And I just said that on Friday. I said, watch what's going to happen early in the week. I didn't say specifically today. I thought maybe by Tuesday, but no. The bad news does not stop. Now, let's talk about this because it's everywhere. Everywhere. Turn on CNBC, turn on Bloomberg, Fox Business, any of these mainstream channels all day long. The script that they were given is, talk about the taper, September, duh. Let me explain this to you really, really easily here. The market's laughing this off, okay? Again, new record high for the Dow and the S&P 500.
Really?
Virtually no movement in the 10-year yield, and the dollar virtually flat. So the market, you and me as well, realized there is no way. I don't know what they're trying to pull off, people. Maybe you, all of you, collectively, can let me in on whatever's actually going on here, because I'm telling you, they're not going to taper. What are they trying to pull off with this nonsense garbage, propaganda? The Fed can't taper and does not want to taper. That's really, they can't tell you that. That's the big secret here. The Fed wants to continue to inflate on an epic scale. We haven't seen anything yet. And increase asset purchases. No taper, and they can't do it. Look, the illusion of the stock market has some people believing that we're in some kind of an economic boom. But the economic news just doesn't stop. It's just terrible after terrible after terrible. And this week, I guarantee you, this week we're going to find out that another 400,000, about maybe more than that, people applied for first-time unemployment benefits. Oh, yeah, but we're doing so well here. You know who's doing well? Like I always tell you, it's the well-off people, it's the rich, the super rich. Everybody else is getting destroyed. Destroyed by design. This mechanism here of suppressed rates now since 2008 with no end in sight. The market laughing it off. I mean, if I worked on one of these mainstream news channels and were forced to talk about this dog shit, fake propaganda about the Fed tapering, I would quit. Okay, these people they're really prostituting themselves on an epic scale. They've probably all sold their souls to the devil. Okay. And they're willing to do and say anything to preserve their jobs. And if that means they have to lie to all of you every single day, they're going to continue to do that. They're not even actors. They're script readers who have no idea whatsoever what's actually going on with the market or anything else. They just want to sit back, read a teleprompter, and then get paid for it. Can't make this stuff up. It's really the truth. So anyway, as I said, despite what they're double fist feeding us with this Fed tapering sooner than later, September thing, market's laughing. I'm laughing. You're laughing. The debt market's laughing at it. The dollar. Gold and silver did catch a bid today just a little bit. Cryptocurrency is still doing real well. Crude oil, like I said, is the fly in the ointment right here. If we had a positive move in crude, forget about it. Look, I don't know about you, but I want you to use your God-given intellect here. Do you feel like we're on the threshold of something? Like something big is going to happen? I kind of was feeling like that all day long. It was really like sucking my will out. Anyway, look, maybe I'm just being paranoid, but just everything is wrong. Everything is wrong right now. And, you know, it just seems to me like the time is ripe or right for something here. I don't know. I mean, look what they're doing. The divide and conquer mechanism. They don't. You see, look, all this is not about being immune to this new variant, and there'll be others as well. They don't care. They just want you vaccinated. You understand? It's not like, anyone, you, me, you can go to, if you've had COVID, let's just say, and find out if you're immune. You can get a blood assay and to see if you have antibodies, but they don't care about that. They want you vaccinated. I really want to know what's in that vaccine. That's really what I want to know. Anyway, it's a pretty epic thing to see what's going on here, and what are they going to pull off in the Middle East? What are they setting up here? I mean, nothing is by accident. You know that. And Bidenstein, I think he's speaking right now. I'm not going to listen to a word that comes out of its mouth. They're all its. He's included in the it crew. They all are. Presidents are just nothing but puppets and mouthpieces for the New World Order. All of them. And they have no say-so in a damn thing. It's the banks that run the entire show anyway. You all know that. But we can see through the crap, we can see through the dog shit, the bird shit, the cat shit, all of it, and understand what's actually going on. And we're going to stay on the right side of this. I'm telling you, there's just no doubt about it in my mind. And that's really all I'm concerned with, is keeping you and I on the right side of this freak show. Because the Fed ain't going to do nothing. They're going to move goalposts. The market's laughing off, as you can see. New record highs today. I'm actually kind of shocked about that. I mean, seriously, the Dow was down like 280, 284 earlier. We raced that and put on triple digits, like 109, to hit a new record high. S&P, NASDAQ under a little pressure. Okay, whatever. It's gonna be going higher as well. The easy money is not going to stop. There's some kind of a
no reason to.
This is a crime. You all know that, in progress on a massive scale. And there's nothing that can be done about it. Nothing at all whatsoever. No one wants to do a damn thing about it except you or me. And there's not enough of us to do anything. It's all about being distracted, being divided and conquered. The vaccinated versus the unvaccinated, not the immune versus the non-immune, because they don't care about that. They want that vaccine in your body. Your body's not even yours anymore. Most corporate employers are now requiring this vaccine. Again, they don't care if you're immune. If you go get a blood assay, that don't matter. You must be vaccinated to work. Does that sound odd to you, or discriminatory to you, or just wrong to you? I really want to hear your comments about all this, honestly, because it's getting so freaking out of control at this time. And that's what it's all about. It's about control. And I think there's a very high probability that we're going to see something else come down the pike here. Of course, all engineered to occur. Something that's going to take people really from the left field. They're not going to know where it's coming from, to initiate a new phase of control. Again, this is the mechanism that's been going on, divide and conquer, since time immemorial. It doesn't stop, and it's only going to get much worse as this new world order really solidifies its power. I mean, they've been running the world for a long time, but right now it's in our face. It's epic. It's truly epic. All right, people, pretty much that's it. Long video, I think. Please share it, get it out there. And I want to hear from you. I promise to read the comments. I may not write back to you, but I will read them. So the stuff I talked about in this video, where do you stand on a lot of this? What do you think is actually going on? Honestly, I'm so curious. Anyway, with that said, people, look, this guy here loves you a lot. Please share the video. Get it out there as far and wide as humanly possible. All right, I'm counting on you, as I always say. I really am. See you in the morning.
Oh, that definitely looked pretty painful. Right now I'm actually playing Mighty Party. It was like a special event, so if I don't actually take time to move, I actually just automatically skip my turn, which is obviously really, really bad. So just need to make sure. But okay, so he didn't mention the Taliban. He didn't seem overly concerned. He didn't. I don't even think he said anything related to the words uh, fear. I think so. That's interesting. So okay, so pretty much I mean, yeah, I didn't think there'd be too much stuff really going on right now. Anyway, start turn give random ally. Yeah. So okay, so things will just keep going higher. I don't know if he said anything about crypto, but he did. Yeah, he said those are probably going higher too, right? Give 3 pierce to random ally. Okay, I guess I'll just do that. And yeah, I don't. I mean, I don't think there's anything. I'm really distracted with this game. But yeah, I don't think there's too many issues. But again, the pancake swap, it's just very irritating that they would do that. Let me see. Yeah. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to coding and my games and my other shit, and then also I've got to actually, you know what? Let's just fire this off. And also, yeah, trademark shit. So I will see you all tomorrow. I pretty much have said everything that I needed to say. And alright, we'll just have to keep farming Pancake Swap for as long as we can get away with it. And then just keep an eye out. Because, I mean, I can't imagine these assholes thinking that they have to kill all the APRs and everything in the farms. That just doesn't make any sense. But then again, you know, people have done dumber things, so it's just so frustrating. And that's the other thing too. I almost forgot to mention this. It doesn't work. Reducing the AP, unless you reduce the reward significantly, it does not work. I know that because that's what I tried doing. JMC coin, 404 coin, and then Speed coin and 100 coin have already been fixed reward anyway. So reducing, so that's not getting reduced. But it did not really work for 404 or JMC coin. Instead, what it does is it kind of just prevents it from going down. Now, eventually, it could go up if you can create more use cases. Now, the problem with what Pancake Swap is doing is they're reducing their inflation rate by reducing their use case, by killing the APR on the farms. So it's the classic shit-lib maneuver: 2 steps forward, 2 steps backward. In fact, because there's people losing money, it's actually more like 4 steps backward and 2 steps forward. And then again, that's why I'm just so pissed about this. But, you know, what are you gonna do? So hopefully they'll figure it out because people, some commenter, even people who supported reducing the APR did make a comment saying they don't want to kill the APR on too many of the farms too fast. So that would imply that people are well aware of maybe we shouldn't just kill everything so fast. So hopefully that will, you know, keep this vote bullshit in check. But again, let's just see what happens. Because what's going to happen, right? Second vote will come in. The cake emission goes down to 15. It doesn't really change that much, and hopefully that'll cause people to stop complaining so much. Oh, Joel Katesh, this is Eric first. The only nation we should be building is our own. Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah. Like, and on top of that, that stupid fucking Afghanistan, the president, Karzai, or whatever, the guy that fled the country, he fled the country with hundreds of millions of dollars. And he's sitting comfortably in an airplane while he abandons his people. I also saw the video of like people trying to tape themselves to like an airplane and then they fell to their deaths after it took off because the landing gear got retracted and they taped themselves to the landing gear. So it's like these people are just fucking scumbags, and I do hope they burn in hell for what they're doing, but you know. That's how it goes. All right. I will see you all tomorrow after the markets close. I don't like the idea of going on and ending on such a somewhat black-pilled note, but I don't know. I think eventually things will get better, just like cryptocurrency got better. So we just have to roll with the punches. And I'm definitely gonna watch Nick's show tonight because he's gotta definitely talk about the Afghanistan Taliban stuff. And I want an actual real news person to go over it instead of like the fake news crap that I'm reading online. All right, I gotta go. I got a lot to do. So see you all tomorrow. Thanks, and watch. Make sure you watch that Pancake swap Twitter like crazy. Anything that indicates that they're lowering the APR in any way, that's how you know you might need to exit that coin before shit hits the fan. Such a good project. I really hope Pancake swap doesn't